Hello everyone, Dr. Daryl Elmore here. This is week 7. Just wanted to record a quick video greeting. Normally I like to send weekly video greetings throughout the semester, but this semester I've been very busy. We've got all this COVID stuff going on, planning for spring scheduling, and I do work for the department plus grading for 4 classes. So I'm very busy. I don't get to do weekly videos every week. So sorry about that. But I do want to record a video this week and just say hello. You can also find some virtual interaction with myself and with your classmates through the weekly Zoom meetings. And some of you have been popping in and saying hello. That's great. For the rest of you guys who haven't attended yet, come on in and say hello on the Zoom meetings. You can just come by for 10 minutes if you want, and I'll give you credit for showing up. It's a good way to interact with myself and with your classmates. We can talk about what's going on in your class. We can talk about world events. We can talk about school in general. So feel free to stop by. I was thinking one thing that popped into my head. I know that a lot of my 1102 students are going to be writing papers on social media related issues. And in my professional technical writing classes, I know a lot of you guys have been doing research on how to interview virtually, how to get set up with LinkedIn, how to promote yourself on social media. And interesting timing. Last night I just finally saw this Netflix documentary that's all the rage right now called The Social Dilemma. And I found it very intriguing. I just thought I would share a couple of observations and thoughts myself and ask you some questions. Maybe you could email me what you think about it, or we could do a chat in our next Zoom session. So yeah, for me, if I understand correctly, summarizing the main idea of the documentary, I would call it a soft documentary. They had interviews with former CEOs and presidents of social media companies like Facebook, like Pinterest, and etc. But they also had like some little dramatic recreations in there, so it wasn't a complete straight up documentary. It was sort of a soft documentary. But if I understand the main gist of it, the point was that although social media does provide a lot of camaraderie and it can do a lot of good things and social justice movements and such, um, underneath it all, there are a lot of dangerous facets of social media looming, such as the artificial intelligence programmed manipulation of all of us to think and perceive reality different, with the ultimate end of um, purchasing more products and thinking politically certain ways so that we're more motivated to be consumers to help companies with their bottom line. So I thought that was very interesting. I'm not sure that the argument is 100% accurate. There might have been some exaggeration, but it seems to me that personally, I don't know about your experience, but when I'm on social media, these darn phones here, it's like I find that when I spend too much time, for me, it's Facebook. That's the social media outlet that's the most popular for my generation. Um, but for me, when I'm on social media too much, I do get depressed. I do feel more isolated than connected often. And a lot of that is having to do with what's going on now. The political scene the last 4 years has been so polarizing, and a lot of social movements going on in this country right now are very polarizing. And the documentary also brought up the fact that, according to their argument, I didn't go look up their sources and their statistics like a good researcher should, but according to their statistics, young girls are, ever since magazines and TV have come out, this has been an issue. Body image issues with young women and men too. I feel compelled to go hit the weights and get my tattoos and try to look all buff and look all tough. And, I'm concerned about vanity and my image as a 52-year-old male. I can only imagine what 10, 12, and 14-year-old girls must feel. The pressure to look good, with all these filters that we have and all these photoshopping that's done, and how Facebook is very visual and very image oriented, and we're constantly comparing ourselves to images we see, idealized images online. So yeah, the statistics say that young women today are abusing and like cutting and hurting themselves in untold numbers and committing suicide in higher rates than before. And their argument is there might be a correlation. Correlations are very hard to prove in arguments, but there might be a correlation between 2010 to 2011 as when these numbers started spiking and now with what's going on online. So anyway, I just thought I would bring that up. What are your thoughts about social media? Do you all have to take breaks from it? Are you all addicted to it? As young people, I would assume, the stereotype of Generation Z. Not all of you all in my classes are 17 and 18-year-olds, but many of you all are. Those of you who are younger, do you feel a compulsion? Do you feel manipulated? Do you feel that when you're on your phone, um, do you feel that your emotions are being toyed with? Sometimes I feel that way. Anyway, I just thought I would bring that up, and it's a fascinating topic that some of my 1102 students are researching. I would love to see some credible sources from you guys on these topics. And in 3213, how does this play into your role as a professional? LinkedIn was even mentioned in this documentary as one of the social media outlets that is intentionally trying to affect the way we perceive ourselves. And I don't know, it's all very interesting to me. So the reason I got on social media in the first place, 10, 11 years ago, I joined Facebook after people pressured me, is, as an older person, 52 years old, I had lost touch with a lot of my college buddies and high school buddies and people from my neighborhood where I grew up, and I was able to connect with them again. And that was really amazing and miraculous and awesome. So I do see the plus side of social media. But like I said, the last 4 years especially, everything seems so polarizing, and there's so much fake news out there. And someone in the documentary mentioned that we used to have the information age, now we're in the disinformation age. So it's interesting, isn't it? Well, I'd love to get your all's perspective on it. I'm just rambling, so I'll stop talking now. But once in a while, I do like to send videos and just tell you whatever's on my mind or something interesting that I saw. So I thought I would share that. You all have a good week, and if you have any questions about the class, please email me. Very good. And if you get a chance to go see that documentary, I would love to get your all's opinion on it. So anyway, oh, and my apologies if I've stereotyped any younger people. Because I know that older people like myself can be just as addicted to social media as you guys. So, yes. Have a good week. Bye, everybody.